Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is trash day. Yes, actually it is actually trash day here today. What are the odds? 1 in 7 to be exact. My bin of trash is obviously overflowing. I have a lot of stuff in here that I want to go through with you guys. A lot of mascaras. I actually did a mascara declutter recently. A lot of hair products, a lot of body care, and maybe a couple of other random things that have trickled down to the bottom. I'm actually not even sure what's down at the bottom of this bin, but we're going to go through it all today. I will share with you guys all the things that I have used up over the last, I think it's been about 6 months since I did a empties video. So if you are curious to see what I use up in a good 6 months, then stay tuned. Should be pretty interesting. I want to welcome any of you new visitors to my channel. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you do, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure that you are subscribed before you leave. And with that said, let's jump right into all this trash. Okay guys, let's start with some body care. So first off, I have quite a few body lotions. This is my #1 body lotion. I have 2 of them here. I actually have 1 more up in my bathroom. I have it upside down because there's a little bit more in the cap that I'm still working on, but it's pretty much empty. This is my body lotion of choice. It is the Malibu Tan Hemp Golden Glow Lotion. This does have a touch of self-tanner in it. I have been buying this for about 12 years now. I love this lotion so much. It works really well just as a lotion, and I love that it just gives me the tiniest touch of tan, especially in the dead of winter. I notice if I stop using this for a few days, my skin becomes very translucent. This just keeps me a little bit tan. I mean, it's not like a self-tanner. It's not going to give you that level of tan, but it does give me just a little bit of a golden kind of glow. I just buy this at Walmart. I usually stock up when I go. I probably go through about 1 of these every 2 months, I would say, but I love it. It is my very favorite body lotion and the one that I will forever buy. As long as they make it, I will buy it. Next to that one, I also love this one. This is from Ocean Potion. This is their Everglow lotion. This one is also a subtle self-tanner. It doesn't give me quite the tanning effect that the Malibu Tan one does. It's a little bit more subtle. It does smell kind of like Fruit Loops, which I kind of love, and I also think is kind of odd. I actually can't find this anymore. I used to buy this at my local Walmart. I noticed for a little while they even made a Equate brand, so a store brand of this, and then all of a sudden it disappeared and I haven't seen it for the last couple of months. So I haven't been able to repurchase this. I still do prefer the Malibu Tan one, but this is one that I'll sometimes put on, say, later in the day if it's summertime and my legs are a little bit dry. I'll add a little bit of this because it almost has a subtle shimmering effect to it, and I'm talking super subtle, but it has a little bit of a glow to it that's really pretty. So if you can find this, I do recommend it. It's another one that I've been buying for many years, and if it ever comes back, I will probably buy a few more of these as well. One more lotion. This one I got at Marshall's, I think over a year ago. This is the Caffeine Body Lotion. It's from the brand, actually I can't even tell which is the brand. Formula number 1437. That can't be the brand, can it? Rosen Apothecary, there it is. So I got this in my Marshalls a while ago. This is like a year old. I just finally ran out of it. It's supposed to smooth and tighten and lift your skin. I have to say, it might be a placebo effect, but I swear that this actually does that. Sometimes I'll put this on my legs before I exercise in the morning. If like I wake up with really scaly skin and I don't feel like staring at my scaly legs in the mirror as I'm working out, I'll add a little bit of this, and I do think it kind of tightens up my skin a little bit. I mean, it's a temporary thing. It's not going to do anything permanent, but I do really like this. It was $7.99 for a whopping 32 ounces. It took me a full year to use this thing up because it's not my go-to body lotion. But if I saw it at Marshall's again, I might consider buying it. I think Marshall's is one of those places that they don't often carry the same things year after year, so I would be surprised if I found the exact same one again, but I did really like it, even though it took me a full year to make it through the whole bottle. I also went through one of my Dr. Teal's body wash. This one is in the eucalyptus spearmint version. I love their body wash. My favorite scent is the coconut oil one. It smells very clean, but it has a little bit more of a sweet scent. This one does have kind of a minty, fresh scent, which I do still like, but I think I like the coconut oil one. I think, and even the lavender one may be a little bit better. This is one of my favorite body washes. My husband loves this one as well. I've been repurchasing it for a couple of years now. I think ever since I had Charlie. My sister gave me this for Mother's Day shortly after I had Charlie, and I've loved it ever since. That was 4 years ago. So hopefully next time I'm in my Walmart, they'll have the scent that I like. But either way, I don't really mind which scent I pick up. I just really like how well this bubbles. It's a really good body wash. I also have an empty tube of the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Hill Softener. This is basically just like a body butter. It's kind of, I would say it's a little bit greasy or oily. It's a solid that as you rub your fingers on, it kind of liquefies a little bit, gets a little bit oily, but I love using this on my elbows, on my heels in the summertime, especially when my feet get really dry. I will put this on. I actually put this on almost every day after I shower, before I put my socks back on, because I like it to kind of sit on my feet and soak in and soften things up. I do think it works really well. It's super cheap. You can find this at Walmart or Target, I believe, for around $3. And it probably took me a good 9 to 12 months to get through this entire tub. I have been using it every day, and initially I was only using it every couple of days. So I imagine I have another one of these up in my bathroom right now. I'll probably go through that one a little bit faster, but I do love it. And even when my kids kind of have patches of dry skin, I'll sometimes either use this or Aquaphor, like original Aquaphor, on their little eczema patches, and it seems to work really well as well. So definitely recommend this. I will continue to buy this thing again and again. I do have a conditioner. I think I talked about this one actually I might have talked about this in a favorites video. It is I think the brand is Hair Chemist. It's their charcoal with citrus oil hair mask. I've already bought 2 more of these. I buy them on Amazon. Hopefully they are still available on there. If they are not, I did find something that mimics these. It's in a bottle. It's a conditioner. It's not actually in a tub like a mask, but it works very similarly. It's also a charcoal with citrus oil mask. I think it's by the brand Hask. So I will link that one down below if I can't find this one. But if you can still get this on Amazon, I love this stuff. It's one of my very favorite conditioners. I like it as much as I like my Olaplex, or even I have a tub of hair mask from Joico, and I think this one works just as good. In fact, there's things I like about this one even more than those. This makes my hair very, very smooth. It detangles really well. It hydrates really well, but it's not a heavy conditioner, and I think that's especially why I love it. Because if I use too much conditioner, if I get something too heavy, it really weighs my curls down, which is one of my ultimate pet peeves. If I wash my hair and my curls are way down, well, I just feel like I have to wash it again. So this is the perfect conditioner for me. Very hydrating, but doesn't weigh my hair down. And it smells really nice and clean. All right, let's move on to some hair products. Mousse, to be exact, and I'm a little bit embarrassed about this, you guys. This is ridiculous. I'm pretty sure you guys know my mousse of choice. If you watched my last empties video, I cannot believe how many more I have gone through though, you guys. I actually have one other mousse, a different brand that we'll get into in a sec, but these are all my empty mousse bottles. 6 of them. Yes, I go through a full bottle of mousse a month. I know that is crazy. I wish I could get away with using less than that, but I just can't. I have too much frizz. I need a lot of mousse in my hair. This is pretty much the only hair product that I completely rely on for my hair, and I have a lot of hair, so I use a lot of mousse. I do have a couple different versions. These 3 right here are the extra body versions. Initially, I liked this one a little bit better because I did think it gave my hair a little bit more body, but I've mentioned this before. My husband told me it smells like raw pumpkins, and ever since then, it kind of turned me off to this mousse. So I went back to trying the original mousse, just the regular Paul Mitchell knockoff sculpting foam, and this is so much better. It smells like the original Paul Mitchell, which is, in my opinion, one of the best smelling hair products out there. It's very coconutty, very, very yummy and sweet smelling, and this one smells just like it. It smells really, really good. It doesn't have that kind of weird scent that this one seems to have. I didn't notice it for a while, but my husband said something, and he rarely says stuff like that. And I think I've actually come to like this one a little bit better. It controls frizz just as much. It may not give me the body naturally, but I also think it doesn't dry my hair out as much as this one. This one does dry my hair out a little bit more. So big fan of this mousse. It is my ultimate mousse. When it is not on sale, it's still only $6 or $7, but you can sometimes find these like buy one get one free or buy 2 get 1 free. But when it does go on sale, you best believe that I will be stocking up on this thing. I do have one more mousse to mention though. This is also from Sally Beauty Supply. This is from the brand Ion. It's their conditioning mousse. This stuff was terrible. I would not recommend this at all. It did nothing for my hair. I actually think it made my hair more frizzy. So if you're looking to get more frizz out of your hair, maybe you would try this. I really did not like it. I didn't like the smell of it. It didn't do anything for my curls. It definitely did not make my hair frizz-free, that's for sure. The reason I ever tried this one out is at the beginning of the quarantine, so back in March when we first were all locked in our houses. Come April, when stores were starting to open back up and everyone was basically out of everything, I went to about 6 different Sally Beauty Supplies looking for my beloved mousse, and nobody had it in stock. So I ended up just picking this one up because that's pretty much all that they had, and I was so disappointed. And I actually kept my receipt and considered taking it back, but I never got around to taking it back before the 30 days or whatever their policy was. So I ended up giving this to my son. His hair's getting very long, and at the age of 17 he takes great pride in his hair, so he does use mousse in his hair, and I let him use this for a while. He has since converted over to the mousse that I like to use. He likes it better as well. So yeah, we're both using this mousse now. Fortunately, he uses a whole lot less than I do, but at least we were able to use it up, but I definitely would not recommend this one. I think it was more expensive. This one was around $10, so yeah, never again. Okay, let's move on to, I have one skincare item in here. I have a couple of makeup products, a lot of mascara. So for my skincare item, I finished up my Mario Badescu Vitamin C Serum. I really like this Vitamin C Serum. It was highly recommended to me by one of you guys in a skincare video I did probably about a year ago. It took me about 6 months to use this thing up. I probably used it every other day, every third day. I did really like it. I'm actually looking to try one out from a K-beauty brand though in my next Just Style order, so I might try that vitamin C out for a while, but it's one that I would recommend. I did really like it. I think this is around $30 a bottle, maybe 40, which I don't think that's too bad. I mean, it's not terribly pricey. Vitamin C's are one of those things that I think the effect they give is somewhat subtle, but I do notice when I stop using a vitamin C and I go back to using one, they do help to brighten up my skin. I wouldn't say they lighten any of my acne scarring or anything, but they just help give my skin tone a little bit more brightness. I used up a foundation, my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. This one's in the shade Vanilla. No, not Vanilla, sorry. 425 Linen. Love this stuff. I already have a full bottle of this. I will say though, as soon as I was not able to pump it out of here anymore, I actually took the lid off and kind of put it upside down and went to use it one time and kind of did this. Foundation all over a new white shirt, and this foundation does not remove easily. It actually ruined that white shirt, so totally not worth the maybe 50 cents that I saved for that day's foundation application. So that's a lesson that I've learned. In my next one, I will not be trying to squeak out every last drop because this stuff is not easy to get out once it's not coming out of the pump anymore. I do have one empty Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Taupe. I have the shade Blonde I'm just about out of as well. Got lots of these on backup. You guys might know this is my go-to slim brow pencil. I absolutely love it. I would recommend looking for this to go on sale because it's $10 originally, but they often have sales on the Ulta Beauty brand makeup products. To this day, I am so thankful to the subscriber that told me about this brow pencil because I have completely fallen in love with it. It is the best shade, the best formula, best spoolie. I mean, just all around a perfect brow pencil. I also finally got rid of my Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. I found this sitting in my brush bin somehow. I actually ran out of this probably a year ago, but somehow instead of getting put in the trash, it got put with my brushes. This one is in the shade 020. I love this concealer. It's a really nice formula. It is very, very perfumey smelling. Even for my liking, this is seriously strong, but I do think it performs really well. I am not sure if I'll be picking it up anytime soon. I have a lot of concealers that I'm working through, but it is one that I would recommend if you're looking to try something out from Catrice. I do think this is a really good one. Okay, I do have a couple of gel liners to get through, so I'm going to toss these two gel liners from Folklore Cosmetics. I ordered these myself, and then they actually sent me another box with these two gel liners in them. This gel liner just doesn't work for me. It transfers a lot. They have the brown version right here, which it's kind of a milky, it's not a very dark brown. I like a blackened brown. The black they sent me is really nice and black, but it just transfers, and I just cannot, I can't even deal with a gel liner that transfers on me because it just makes a huge mess. So unfortunately, these didn't work for me. They just didn't lock down in place good enough, so I wouldn't recommend them. I'm also tossing out my Wet n Wild gel liner. I would recommend this one. I think this one is really good. This one's just dried out quite a bit, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish I could get through gel liners before I had to toss them. I hate to throw all that product away. Not to mention it's probably over a year old and I probably should not be putting this stuff in my eyes. I did just pick up a new gel liner though from BH Cosmetics because I had to throw a couple of mine away. So I'm excited to give this one a try. I haven't actually tried it out yet. I just got it last week. Also my Maybelline Max Eye Studio. This one and the Wet n Wild one I think are both toss-ups. They both last really well on my eyes. They're both nice and black, nice and creamy, easy to apply. I think you could go with either one. They're both great. This one I got a lot closer to using up, but it's just dried out and expired. So this needs to be trashed as well. And last but not least, we are down to my mascaras. So I have quite a few that I need to toss. First off, this little travel version of the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Actually not a big fan of the travel version of this one. It never seemed quite the same formula as the original. I just never was as impressed with this one as I was with the original one. I don't know why. Also had in there one of my Tony Moly Delight Circle Lens mascaras that seemingly are getting more and more difficult to track down. Pretty sure right now the only place you can get these is on Stylevana. I do still love this mascara. I just opened a new tube about 2 months ago. I have one more tube in shrink wrap in my drawer on backup. I love it. I think it's so great, especially considering it's under $5. It works so well for me. It gives me volume, gives me length, it holds a curl. I just think it's fantastic. Also tossing my Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara mascara. I just got my new tube a couple of weeks ago. I completely used up this mascara. I mean, it literally is, there's like nothing left on the brush. I love this stuff. It is the mascara that I'm wearing today. I mean, the new tube of this mascara is what I'm wearing today. I do have a baseball game this afternoon that we're planning to go watch for my son, and it's cold and outdoors. My eyes will likely be watering, but you best believe this mascara is not going to be going anywhere. I'm not sure that there is a single mascara in my entire collection that I feel as attached to as I do this mascara right here. More than anything, it's because of how budge-proof it is for my watery outdoor summer and spring eyes. There's just not a mascara that I found to hold up as well as this one and still remove very easily. So I just think this is great. And it does do really nice things for my lashes. It makes them nice and thick, nice and long. One that I will continue repurchasing as long as my kids continue to play outdoor sports. I will be buying this mascara. I'm also getting rid of the CoverGirl Super Size or Big Curl Waterproof Mascara. I didn't really like this mascara. It is a waterproof version. It was one of those mascaras that made my lashes look really, really wet, kind of clumped them together so I would have like 7 really wet looking, not even that long eyelashes. I just was really not impressed with it. It was very waterproof. I wore this. I bought this actually, we were out of town. I forgot my makeup. We were watching baseball. I actually think this was like 2 years ago. So yeah, this should have been decluttered a long time ago. I haven't used it for a really long time, but it's been sitting in the back of my drawer. My point is, it is very waterproof. I just didn't like how this wore on my lashes, and it was a beast to get off at night. I mean, even oil, it struggled, even with oil. I'm also tossing this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This one is expired. I pretty much used this thing up. I do really like this mascara. I don't know that I like it enough to probably repurchase it. If I'm going to repurchase a high-end mascara, I mean, I'll probably just stick with the Thrive mascara or the It Cosmetics mascara because those do really special things for my lashes. This, while it's a good mascara, I think that you can get something that will perform similarly at the drugstore. So I don't think it's bad. I just think there are mascaras I like just as much at my drugstore that are half the price or less. And then last but not least, I am getting rid of my L'Oreal Voluminous Feline Noir mascara. So I have an interesting story about this mascara. I had many years ago, I think this was even before I started my YouTube channel, I picked up a tube of this. It was in green. It had more of a curved brush. I don't think that one was waterproof. It was a version of the Feline mascara. I'm assuming it was more of like a curling version. I can't seem to find that one at my store anymore. In fact, I don't know if they sell this one anymore, but that original one in the green tube did amazing things for my lashes. There were literally 3 times that someone asked me while wearing that mascara if I had false eyelashes on. That's never happened to me before. So obviously it was doing something great for my lashes, but I can't track it down anymore. And this one was not the same. I bought this as kind of a replacement, but I wasn't as impressed with this one. In fact, this one didn't really do much of anything for my lashes. I kind of feel like it was a little dry when I opened it up. Maybe it was sitting in my drawer and opened for a while, which can happen, especially if you have a large makeup collection or if you film YouTube videos. You try out a lot of mascaras, and sometimes I'll have mascaras that I've bought but not opened yet that will sit around for a while. In fact, I think I have 2 BoxyCharm mascaras in my drawer that I never got around to opening. So I don't really know the rules on if those expire if you haven't opened them up yet. So we'll see. Maybe I'll open those up and they'll be completely dried out. I guess time will tell. But maybe that's what happened with this mascara. I wasn't that impressed with it. Unfortunately, I wish I could track down that original green one and see if it did the amazing things that I thought it did for my lashes back then, or that other people seem to think it was doing. But again, I just don't even know if L'Oreal makes this mascara anymore, but this one's definitely dried out and needs to go in the trash. But that, you guys, is it for all of the empties that I've gone through in the last 6 months. Some of this stuff is older than 6 months old. And yes, I am a little bit embarrassed about the mousse situation. Maybe I need to try to cut the amount of mousse that I'm using in half and see if I can get by with less, because 7 bottles of mousse in 6 months is a little bit ridiculous. That's 12 bottles of mousse a year. Mandy. I hope that this video was enjoyable and or helpful for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys are doing well. I want to remind you one last time, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to do that before you leave. But that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys again, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. Apple core. Wrong garbage. That's disgusting. Maybe I can blame Charlie for that one. Probably not. It's probably me.